What's going on, peeps? Mopar Man 1978 here, as usual. I'm off today. Today's Monday. We finally got some decent temps lined up for the week. It's going to be another nice, clear, warm day tomorrow. I think we got up to like 60, 62 degrees somewhere in there, give or take. We live more down towards the Missouri and Arkansas state line, so we tend to get the temperatures between Branson and Harrison. So, but anyway, as you can see in the background, a nice sunset. See if you can still see that. Yep. But anyway, I'm out here working on the truck since after we had, like, not only did we have all that freezing temps, and then we had some okay days, and then we had nothing but like day before yesterday was and 2 days prior to that was nothing but cold rain day and night, which I mean, I guess I'd rather take the rain over ice and stuff like that, and freezing rain and whatnot. But anyway, long story short, getting to my point, I'm at the mercy of the weather, like a lot of you as well out there. Some of you are not. Some of you guys are a little bit luckier than us with no garage or shop or anything to bring our vehicles in and work on them. So, but we do what we can do with what we got, that sort of thing. I'm out here working on the truck today. I just got it finished. I got the, matter of fact, I'll show you what I always make sure to check out the parts that I get from O'Reilly's. This time I had somebody pick up a part for me while I was at work. I had already paid for it. I told the people at O'Reilly's what I was needing, and yet they were still incompetent. Don't know if it was a human error or their system, how they got parts logged error, or both. This is supposed to be for my pickup on the distributor, but this is how the vacuum advance is supposed to go on. Do you see anything on here that's not right? Unless you've already guessed it, is this piece right here. That stud right there, that pivot base right there, is supposed to be facing in this direction up top. So I'm going to have to take this back to them. Definitely can't put that in there. Luckily, I am friends with Distributor Joe. Joe's Distributor Restoration off of Facebook. You probably see him at a lot of the big Mopar swap meets, buying up the distributors, the cores, and all that stuff. And if you get a chance, check him out on Facebook. Joe's Distributor Restoration, I believe that's how he's got it listed. He rebuilds and modifies Mopar distributors of all types, even if you got something that needs to be restored, that's like an antique, that's got to be matching numbers, got to, you know, that whole 9 yards. Or if you just got a daily driver and you just want a stock replacement distributor. I gave him a couple old Cardone cheap pieces of crap from O'Reilly's. I gave him the cores, and he strips them down to nothing and puts all new shafts and good quality bearings and all kinds of stuff in them, and makes them more. And then he's got a distributor testing machine, and puts it through the paces to make sure it's working like it's supposed to before he ships it off to you. Sometimes he even does videos on your distributor. But anyway, sent him the original vacuum advance, and he sent me a new one because that one that has been on the truck for quite some time was originally a vacuum advance that when he rebuilt and modified my distributor, he put a new one on there, and it's been on there this entire time, and it finally gave out. So what he did was helped me out. He cut me a little bit of a deal since it was originally one of his. and he sent me a new one, and luckily the new one was the correct one, which I never have any issues with Joe's parts, unlike O'Reilly's and whatnot. Dropped that in today. I'm not going to take the air cleaner off, but as you can see, brand new one down in there. Got the timing all set back up. One thing I did find that this is the other little glitch in the ignition system, fuel system. Since my truck is extremely low on gas, I got to get a couple 5-gallon jugs of good quality gas Friday to put in this to fill the tank, start to fill the tank up. If you have one of these factory emissions, this is for vapor return line right here. And if you start to get low on gas, it does like to suck air up and start to starve the filter. And then what it does is it starves the carburetor. And these need to make sure they always have good amount of gas going to them. But anyway, I got that all done. Let's see what else. This truck's pretty much ready to ready for insurance. Everything's still good on it. I you know, start it up once in a while, make sure the oil gets circulated, that's the fluids, whatnot. And but when I took it out for a little drive today, I'll show you. Yeah, I started here. Started digging into the chip and seal pretty good. I had a nice roasting cloud of tire smoke going, and it is a posi track, but like I said, the truck's been sitting a while. I hadn't really had a chance to drive around. I don't think the other side locked up. Oh, it started to lock up, and then it let this side go loose. I already got another set of black marks here, posi marks, or sure grip, I should say. There's two old ones over there, but yeah, I did that today, all the way up the road. But yeah, that's the truck's ready for insurance Friday, hopefully, and I start driving this back and forth to work. And I don't know if the new people to the channel, the new subscribers, have seen this or not, but I got to replace this one up here that shines light down over the top of the engine. I'm going to do one along the back, but these are for my when I go to a car show, maybe at night, or want to show off the engine and stuff. These will light up. I can shine these LED lights in here and work on stuff without draining the battery. Just got to switch over there. I filled this full of silicone grease in case water can't get down in there and mess with that. I got to do a little bit cleanup on the wiring. Whoever owned this truck before me kind of did this bird's nest over here. I got to clean a lot of that up later on. Get this stuff situated and rewrapped. That can come later. But we have another nice day tomorrow. So I'm going to be, and I'm off tomorrow as well. So I've been helping my mom do a lot of stuff. We make a little extra money, hopefully on the side. We're going to try to we're splitting the cost on a flea market booth, so hopefully we've got some odds and ends we can put in there and try to sell some stuff. And then I'm still going to start making some more of those little, almost like candy cane shaped kick down levers brackets for the slant sixes with the 2-barrel carburetors, and if somebody needs some kick down linkage, the actual rods and stuff, let me know, because I can fabricate those here at the house. I can just take the one off my Dart and fabricate all them parts out of certain metals that I can get from where I work at the big home improvement supply place. But anyway, but yeah. Other than that, and then I'm going to see if we got enough time in the day tomorrow, just on the other side of my mom's truck, is the Valiant. I'm going to get back on that and start welding up some more of that floor, get all that floor finished off. That's not much. That's got a lot less to do than the Dart does. And then I'm going to start every day that I can. I'm going to get back on the Dart as well. Start finishing up the driver's side floor and the rear floor on that one. And I got to cut out them little on them extension blocks I made. I got to cut out a short little section on one side to help clear the other shackles, because the shackle's resting up against the block right now. With all the vehicle's weight on the leaf springs. So I take care of that, and that'll fix that problem. So yeah, just some odds and ends. I found out I got to go to a paid meeting at work on the 4th, and I'll finally be able to receive my, at the end of the year, profit sharing check from Menards. So that's going to help out in my furthering the Valiant. I think I'm going to use that to go ahead and send off the 2 torque converters. And then, because that's the last biggest expense is the torque converter, getting that torque converter, and then I get the transmission in there and the drive shaft and everything all in. Then all I got to worry about is just the rebuilding of the front end, and that doesn't cost a lot. And I can have that done in no time. But anyway, yeah, just some odds and ends. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Making an effort, you know, like always, you know, doing what I can when I can, and, you know, at the mercy of my work schedule and the weather. Yeah, I'm always been fascinated with, if I can't buy something that's reasonable, that's low budget, to fix a part on my vehicle, I'm all about making something, taking metal, grinding, cutting, welding. I got, as you can already tell, some of my past videos you'll be able to see. If you get a chance, go into the archives of my older videos. You'll see a lot of stuff that I've made or modified by just doing stuff here at the house. Super low budget, well, whether it be welding, grinding, cutting, making stuff. Oh, one other thing I'm going to do too to kind of clean up this engine bay. These heater hoses, I'm actually, the factory ones originally run over here onto the fender well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some stainless steel elbow fittings from work and some shorter sections of stainless steel tubing with the threaded ends, and I'm going to put an elbow and then a short piece of pipe, threaded pipe, and then run this hose from off of that so it doesn't have this kink in there. And then run the hose all the way over and around and mount it, and then run it back over. And when I get back over there, I'm going to use a couple more pieces of elbow so it curves out and goes over this way and keeps the hoses off the engine, clean it up a little bit more. But yeah, and at some point we're going to get this Jeep running too, because that's about $160 some to have that computer brain, the box reflashed through O'Reilly's. Since we have a buddy with a O'Reilly's account, we'll get a discount on that. But yeah, for some of the other people that don't know too, this is my HEI conversion to get rid of the Mopar electronic ignition box. This works so much better. I got videos on how I did this too. That you use your stock Mopar distributor, and then you get a coil like this, and it puts out around 300 to 330 something, 300 range ohms, and you can run all this. And this thing here with that coil has to have not only the regular trigger wire that comes off the firewall factory, and then the ground and all that stuff, but it also has to have a separate 12-volt source coming off here to a 15-amp fuse, to a relay over to that and that to support it, because there's only like, I think like 7 point something or 8 point something volts that come out of the trigger wire out of the bulkhead there, and you need a 12 volt to for this 4-prong module to run. And then people say, well, why did you use diamond plating? I said, well, what I did was I set this down, traced out around there with a Sharpie, and whatever was inside underneath where the module would go, as far as diamond plating, I grounded down or sanded it to where it was just flat like the rest of the stuff in between the diamonds. And then I put gray gray heat sink compound like you get in a syringe tube from like Best Buy or something, and did that. And then I left an air gap in here, probably 1/2 inch, so there's air that flows up through here. And then when this heats up, you can actually feel the heat come off of the module and spread out through this, and then it just keeps it cool. That same module's been on there for 2 or 3 years. It's worked great. But anyway, I rambled on long enough. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more.